gain after speaking affirmations over yourself. The more you hear it, the more you believe that it's true.
And welcome to Premier Fitness. I'm Gene Williams, your yoga instructor, and I'm here to tell you about the benefits of yoga.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining our show. You have just tuned in to Where is the Love? I am your host. I'm Stephanie Hockenhall. Joining me is our co-host, my son, Gene Williams.
Hello there, good people. How you doing today? Y'all doing good? Let the Lord say amen.
Amen.
Amen again.
I never know how he's going to enter, what he's going to be doing when he enter.
Guess what? I don't either.
I just love that video, that intro video.
Yeah.
And y'all, if you don't know, Gene is the soloist in the video. Oh God. So he and his band wrote that song. Well, he did take a little bit of the lyrics that I did, just a little bit.
Give a little sprinkles of seasonings.
So Gene and I wrote the lyrics. Did somebody else help write the lyrics, or did you?
I think Danica helped a little bit.
Okay. So, and then, of course, that's his band playing. So,
in the solar system, get ready. Won't let you take it from me on all streaming platforms. Go check it out. Gee whiz in the solar system. Won't let you take it from me. First single off the album. Go ahead.
I keep forgetting to get that video to Mark so he can play that video. So hopefully I'll remember next week to play that one. And since we here, tell them about your your second song.
Yeah.
And video.
Awesome. So August 25th, we're shooting the video for our second single. It's called Stand Up. It's a protest song. The song actually started out as a poem. I was writing about the murder and assassination of Trayvon Martin. And then in that span, Michael Brown was murdered as well. So I kind of updated it. And then the last portion was about a brother who died here in Memphis, Tennessee from police brutality. So, it's just a protest song, kind of raising awareness about police brutality and how we need to come together as a people, as a community, to counteract that and to stand together as a whole to make our lives better.
Right.
So Stand Up, second single off the album.
That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then another one was Breonna. What was her last name?
Breonna Taylor.
Yeah. So I remember
There's a lot of them. There's unfortunately a lot of them. Sandra Bland. We have Eric Garner, Tamir Rice. I mean, there's unfortunately a long list.
Yeah.
Of people who have been, murdered by police brutality in this country. So.
Yeah. So we'll have to. I'll have to try to remember to get the first. What do you call it? Not cut. The first.
You talking about the first?
The first song.
Yeah. The mix down of Stand Up. Is that what you're talking about?
No. Won't let you take it from me.
Oh yeah. I can send that to you. So we have the music video and the solo, the single itself.
So, like I said, we'll have to. I'll have to try to remember to get that to Mark to play it next on our next show. I've forgotten to do that, and then we're looking forward to the second one. I see you're inviting people to be in the video, so that's That's nice. That's gonna be nice. Looking forward to seeing that one too. The first one was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
Y'all did a good job. I kept looking at it over and over again. Is this them? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My goal as an artist is to always not only highlight, what we're doing as a band, as a collective, but also to celebrate other artists in the city, and also just embrace people who are going through something or putting out imagery. There's going to be models in this one. There's going to be actors, going to be other musical artists from the city in it. There's going to be a few transgender people in there because there's that fight going on. They're just kind of celebrating everybody, bringing everybody together so that, we all have our struggles. We all need to be loved. We all need to be respected. We all need to have governing bodies that actually care about us
Right.
and our individual struggles and our collective struggles. So, it's always my goal to bring light to those types of things.
That's good. That's really good. All right. So y'all, here on Where is the Love, we talk about bullying versus love, and whatever topic we're talking about, we're always including bullying, how, and how bullying tie into what we're talking about. We have been talking about emotions for a few weeks now. We started out talking about.
I was just saying, I think it's the third week.
Yeah, we started out talking about emotional intelligence. And then, so it's been a few shows that we've done that. So go back to those videos, go to our YouTube channel. Yeah.
Go back to the archives.
Go to our YouTube channel, Love Misunderstood Institute, and you can see all of those pages, all of those videos. Most of them are labeled, but you can see them there and choose. We've had so many subjects. This is episode 51. So we have 50 episodes you can go back and look at and hear how we tie bullying into whatever topic and discussion we're having at the time. So I got so excited about that music that I didn't say, if you are here, you may be watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, either one. Love Misunderstood Institute on both of those. Also on my personal page, Stephanie Terrell Hockenholm. And then on Premier on YouTube channel also is Premier Fitness. You can go to that channel, Premier Fitness 0210. And some of our shows are on there as well. You can watch us on podtv.tv on the internet, or you can catch us on TV, Roku or Amazon Fire. And on those two, you search Pod, P-O-D TV space L-I-V-E and watch us at the time of the show. So Sundays at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can catch our shows. And we love for you to join in on the conversation when you're on social media. Join in on the conversation and let us know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are. And because we're here to give you tools and information to help you understand more about bullying. And so many people have misunderstood love. So that's why so much of what what's connected to us is about love. So we want to start a movement, on love, real love.
Yep.
So you want to add anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So also make sure that you go to the pages that you mentioned on all social media. Make sure that you comment, like, and share. That will be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Also, the biggest thing for us is that we have experienced, bullying and, being isolated and triangulated against through narcissistic personality, people with narcissistic personality disorder, those that we love. things of that nature. So this is a labor of love. We are wounded healers who have been through
Yep.
the muck and the mire,
Yep.
the hellfire,
Yep.
and come out on the other side with tools and that we didn't have before. So this is why we are passionate about bringing this to you. So thank you for tuning in today.
Right. And although we have gone through it, we are still experiencing bullying, but we know how to handle it now. We know how to deal with it. The lion in Berlin, was it bullying the people?
I'm not even sure.
And
Probably so.
now
Or did they have a lion in the cage and got out? It was the other way around. They put him in the cage. They try to box him in.
now they said it was a wild boar.
Don't even get me started on wild boars. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So last week we started talking about how we can improve our emotional health. And so we touched on the first two things. So I'm going to recap those. And then, Jean, if you would start with number 3. So it's so important to find ways to improve our emotional health and not stay in that place of emotional turmoil, mental turmoil. And so anyway, I'm just going to recap these. So how can I improve my emotional health? Number 1 was practice emotional regulation. And number 2 was exercise. And so we went deeply into those, and Jean gave a lot of tips on eating and different exercises and stuff like that. Go back to episode 50 and you can check it out. You can hear that conversation. So he is going to start with, if you don't want to add anything, start with number 3 of how can I improve my emotional health?
Yeah, I got you. So one thing I did want to say, though, because I want the audience to understand this, that emotional health is a process, not a goal. It is a constant growth and adapting and adjusting to life, because things are going to come that are going to be traumatic and triggering and things of that nature. However, now we are equipping you with the tools so that when that transpires, you know what to do to put yourself in a position of power.
Right. So before you do number 3, I just want to add that with bullying comes mental exhaustion and emotional exhaustion. And so the rest of what Jean said, we're very passionate about this subject because of our experiences and the way that we felt. So we just want to help others not go through all of what we went through or a lot of what we went through. So that's why we're giving the tools and why we're so passionate about this subject. Go ahead.
Agreed. All right. So the third tool is strengthening social connections. The links to others can have powerful effects on your emotional and physical health. Staying connected with loved ones can provide a buffer when you're going through challenges. Foster these connections by spending time with close friends and family, either in person or over the phone.
That's important.
Yeah, very important. And it's also important to make sure that you're in a situation where you are unconditionally loved. A lot of the relationships that we have nowadays, romantic and otherwise, are based off of control, manipulation, and very, very, very conditional love.
Yep.
They love you under these conditions, but if you step outside that line right there that I wrote up for you, then I don't like you no more.
Right.
You are not my boo-boo no more, okay? You are not my boo-boo, okay?
And it's so hurtful when you're put in that situation, because especially when you're taken off guard from, I thought you loved me, and when we say that, then we're talking about, I thought you loved me unconditionally. And so it's surprising, when that person shows that, I don't love you as much because you, like you said, stepped out of my conditions, for loving you.
Right.
So, depending on who it is, it can be very tough,
Right.
on you. Go ahead.
Right. Well, I was going to say, and so if a person is giving you conditional love, that means they don't really love you.
Yep.
That's a fact.
That means they don't understand love. Love misunderstood.
Hey, it's the truth. It's the truth. Say it again. Love misunderstood. It's the truth.
And that's what we're all about, getting you to see that the love that whoever is giving you has been misunderstood. They don't even understand what real love is. If they did, the love wouldn't be based on conditions.
Yeah. Right.
Believe that, like Uncle Sonny say.
Believe
it.
I'm saying like something. Believe that. Believe that. That big hit. Believe that.
Right. So Mark said trying to keep people in boxes. Yes, absolutely. And if you get out of the box, they want to spank you. Yes. And you want to knock the heck out of them for acting like that. Why are you treating me like this? Why I don't, and Gene as a jack in the box. Yep. Some people wonder what love is. That's why everything connected to us is about love.
Right.
So anyway, go ahead, Gene.
And the biggest thing I could say, we said this several times throughout shows, pay attention to the way people treat you.
Yes.
When they treat you a certain way or they say or do something, believe them the first time.
Yep.
When red flags come up and they start waving like this, like they're doing, like they signaling a plane or something.
Yep.
You need to go. You need to run. Run. Yeah, the red flag and they dancing with it. Oh, major right now. They going to TLC. What is this? Chasing waterfalls.
You so silly.
But no, like pay attention to the red flags because they're right there in front of your face.
Yep.
But we get those rose-colored glasses. I have done it for so long in my life. I could speak to it. I'm telling what he's saying. But yeah, pay attention to the red flags. And when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Because it's only going to get worse.
Yep.
It's only going to get worse. So pay attention. Make sure that what they're doing is something that you can deal with long term. If not, set up the boundaries. If they can't honor the boundaries, then you go stage left.
Yeah.
Heaven's the Megatron.
Yep. Because if you don't believe them the first time, they gonna help you every other time. Second, third, fourth, fifth, how many every times you keep giving them chances, they gonna keep showing you this is really me. Right. I showed you the first time, you just didn't get it, so I had to keep showing you over and over and over again. You got me? So that's basically what they saying. Stay in your lane. That's right. And I don't mind staying in my lane. When you show me the first time, I'm like, all right. I see you. And I see how I got to respond to you and react to you and deal with you and it's mostly not deal with you. So if I'm at work, it's a totally different story, but I'm going to keep my limitations because now you already showed me I can't trust you. I saw you the first time. I heard it. I got you. I'm on it.
And to follow in the words of the evangelist Kendrick Lamar, pushy told me like,
Yep. All right, be mindful. That's where we are, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so number 4 remind you because we kind of got off. How can I improve my emotional health? So number 4
is be mindful. Mindfulness can be as simple as focusing on one thing at a time. Trying a social media detox, yes, Lord, or turning household tasks into a mental break. The point is to be consistent with your mindfulness practice and dedicate even just a few minutes to something you enjoy, something that benefits and edifies you. Yes, Lord. I could definitely attest to that social media detox. I can only stand a little bit, and I'm like, all right, let me put this over here.
So while we're here, what made you decide to do, what happened to make you start doing social media detoxes? It's very important, but I'm just asking you, what made you do that? Because I've been doing the same thing. I've been putting more on LinkedIn and Instagram than on Facebook. And I'll tell why, but after you tell, why my earpiece trying to come out. Why did you decide to take a social media detox?
Yeah, just because a lot of the stuff on there, no one's really talking about stuff. It is, showing off or look for attention, which is nothing wrong with that, but in small doses. In small doses. So for me, once I realized I've been on here for an hour and I ain't really got anything accomplished, I'm like, you know what? Time to shut down. Let's go read a book. Let's go write out some plans. Let's go exercise. Let's go take a nap. Let's go write a song. Let's go play the guitar. Something that's going to help me, make me better. Those are the types of things I'm always looking for. Something that's going to benefit me and grow me personally. Yeah. Social media is not going to do it.
Yeah. So for me, the reason I push back from Facebook is one is because of the way it makes me feel, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But the things that I see, Gene will teach you the guitar.
I'm still learning. I don't know nothing.
And yeah, Mark, you and I can write a film together. I like that. I like that. All right. So for me, seeing a lot of the things specifically on Facebook, I shut down Twitter a month or two ago. Twitter was the worst.
2 years.
As far as I am concerned. Because Twitter, no matter who said something, I saw a bunch of pastors, because I don't know what it's called on Twitter, but I connected with a lot of inspirational people and pastors. So I would see like a pastor post, something inspiring or something to empower you, or a scripture. And then it was always negative. Super negative stuff. To me, worse than Facebook said. And I'm like, why can't people just leave stuff alone? By the way, that fortune cookie that I was talking about last week, that paper that was in the fortune cookie, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all, is the old saying. But that fortune cookie said, if you don't have nothing to say, KMS, keep mouth shut. And so,
I'm down with that.
KMS, keep mouth shut. So I used to say that at a lot of my speaking engagements. So back to the social media thing. So I said about Twitter. So I would look at the stuff and it would just grieve me how, people, the things that people would say, the disagreements that they would have with the scripture or the quote. It was always something super negative. So I finally figured out how to just end my Twitter account because I just got so tired of it. Right. And then Facebook, going back to Facebook. So with Facebook, what I see is a lot of negative posts, people fighting, people, having Facebook, I call them Facebook fights, verbal fights.
Right.
And then saying a lot of negative stuff about a person. So I actually see a lot of cyber bullying on Facebook. And I don't like it. And like I said, it's not as worse as Facebook. But for me, what I saw myself doing, how I started feeling, and wasn't doing it to get the attention. But what I started feeling like I was doing was bragging, because I'm putting, I'm doing this, book signing here. I'm doing a speaking engagement here. All I was doing was letting people know what I was doing. But at some point, for some reason, I started feeling like I was bragging because other people are putting so much other stuff. But anyway, so for me, I just said I just have to really, really minimize Facebook because I see, like, have gotten news about a death in the family or a friend death, something like that, or being real sick or something like that. So I don't want to cut it all the way off
Right.
because of that. So I just said, well, I just have to minimize my time on Facebook and definitely minimize anything that I put on there because I don't want to feel like I'm bragging. So that's why I have just pushed back on social media.
Yeah.
So you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I do want to encourage you, though, to know that just because you're posting that you're doing a book signing or you're selling your books or whatever, as long as your intention is not to brag, you're just promoting what you're doing. Because, I mean, that's the tools that we use nowadays.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to go out and put out flyers and things like that. Now we use social media. So I want to encourage you to not feel like you're bragging because you're promoting what you're doing. That's not bragging.
Okay.
You're just marketing.
Yeah. And I know that's really what it is, but it's something in me that it's an issue with me that I have to deal with because that's, like I said, that's not my purpose, but that's how I started feeling. So it's something more to that. And I don't know what that is yet. So,
I understand.
Yeah. So thank you for the encouragement.
For sure.
Quality sleep.
Yeah. So again, another way to improve your emotional health is to 5, get quality sleep. Sacrificing sleep makes you more vulnerable to stress and anxiety. Being sleep deprived can lead to more repetitive negative thoughts. Being overly tired can make you more emotionally reactive. That emotional reactivity can negatively affect your outlook, performance, and relationships. Make sure that you're being consistent with your sleep and waking times. Yeah, I know personally, I'm grumpy when I'm tired. Like when I'm really tired, I can get grumpy. And I know that everyone else around me knows that. So it's like, when I take a nap, hour and a half, 2 hours, come back, I'm like, okay, now let's go.
Yeah.
So I'm like walking in quicksand, man, don't say nothing to me. Don't ask me to do nothing. I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear your voice. Don't touch me. I mean, I don't say it, but I'll be thinking it. I need to even get it done. Just don't touch me right now. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't want to do nothing but sit here and nod off.
But you're not the only person that do that. A lot of people do that. And so that's why getting enough sleep is very important.
Right.
Because you respond and react to people in ways that you don't mean to, but it's because you're sleep deprived. But they may not even know that. Right. They're just like, what the heck is wrong with him? Or what the heck is wrong with her? Right. And then some people get caught up in their emotions easily, right. When they've been sleep deprived because, it's not even about you, but you're receiving, Gene averages 2 hours a day, but you're in your emotions and people don't even understand, what the heck is going on. So getting sleep is very important. Yeah. Getting a good amount of sleep.
Right, exactly. And consistently. Yeah. And the deal is because you're tired physically, then it's work to control your emotions and control what you say and how you react to things. That takes energy.
Yeah.
It's like when you're tired, you don't have it. You just don't have it. So listen, brother, go take a nap. Go get you a pillow and a blanket and go lay down somewhere. Go ahead and snuffle up with it. Go ahead. You sleep like on.
Mark, you remember Mr. Snuffleupagus? I do too.
Sesame Street, stop playing.
Yeah. So the bottom line, go ahead and go into that.
All right, the bottom line, good emotional health is crucial to your overall well-being. If you feel like your thoughts and emotions are getting the best of you, taking care of your core needs like sleep and connection with loved ones can help. If that doesn't seem to do the trick, consider working with a therapist or another mental health professional. They can help you clearly identify the aspects of your emotional health you want to improve and help you come up with a plan. All right, so stress management outlook. Lord. Finding the stress reducing techniques that work for you is an important step in decreasing emotional symptoms of stress. Over time, you may find that your resolve against stress becomes stronger and that your symptoms improve. However, if you find that you're having trouble managing the emotional aspects of everyday or chronic stress, it may be best to reach out to a mental health professional.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. Get you a therapist regardless. If you can meet with them one day a month, that'll take a load off and give you the tools that you can march through the next month clear-minded.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Good Lord, I know I've been needing it.
I need you.
I need you now. Oh, therapist, I need you now.
Mark said the article he recently read, they were really stressed out, found out the snake was more stressed. Mark, they found the anaconda that they realized ate an entire cooler of spoiled meat. Dang.
Did he explode?
My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said no, they performed surgery on him. On an anaconda.
So
get out of here.
They have snake jerky after that? The outcome, snake jerky?
I don't like nothing about no snake. Nothing.
I mean, I don't want that either, but you know.
Snakes, it was Latin America.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, so yeah.
If you're going to cut it, you might as well eat it. What? I mean, let's go on with this show. Somebody must be sleep deprived.
That'd be me.
No snake for me. Nothing about no snake. Ew.
All right. Keep in mind that stress can also affect your physical health. It's important to get help to stay in your best shape, emotionally and physically. You know, hire someone like me to help you stay strong.
There you go.
You know,
sell your service.
Premier Fitness. Yeah. Trademark sign. Check me out on LinkedIn. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. I do consultings. I do classes. I do meal plans, yoga, fitness, all of it. One-stop fitness shop, baby. You heard?
Mark said, can they hire you around the world?
Yes, they absolutely can.
Virtual.
I'm internationally, baby. I'm international.
I heard that. All right. Going on then.
You know. Now, I can't speak languages outside of English, but if you have a translator, I'll do it.
So what Gene just said is there's no reason for you to be stressed. He can help you.
Oh, yeah.
So tell him again the name of your business.
Premier Fitness. Premier, P-R-E-M-I-E-R, which means to stand out and to stand above, which means that we do everything that's going to take your body, your mind, and your spirit to the next level. We're not on the fads. We do that which is effective. We get results.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Some people are stressed and can't even spell stress. Stress.
SR, rest.
All right. Are you at your emotions?
Mm-hmm. All right. Your emotions can indicate when you're under too much stress. For example, feeling irritable. Lord, that'd be me. Feeling irritable or overwhelmingly fearful can be signs of stress, as well as atypical changes in mood. Stress is defined as emotional tension or mental strain. And it's all too common of a feeling for many of us.
Yep.
A report showed that more than 1 in 4, or 26%, reported they anticipated experiencing more stress at the start of 2023, up from 1 in 5, 20% last year. At the same time, 29% of American adults indicated they'd adopt New Year's resolutions related to their mental health, up to 3% percentage points from last year. Too much stress can produce both physical and emotional symptoms.
Yep. So you want to add anything? I'll read the next part. You want to add anything to that?
Nah, you go ahead.
So the effects of stress on your body. Stress triggers the body's fight or flight response. Chronic stress can cause negative health effects on your mood, immune and digestive systems, and cardiovascular health. That's how serious stress is.
Yep.
You're sitting, here's an example. You're sitting in traffic, late for an important meeting, watching the minutes tick away. Your hypothalamus, a tiny control tower in your brain, decides to send out the order. Send in the stress hormones. That's what your hypothalamus is saying. Send in the stress hormones. You late for an important meeting. The minutes are ticking away. You sitting in traffic. So these stress hormones are the same ones that trigger your body's fight or flight response. Thinking about that snake we was just talking about.
Run!
Right. Your heart races, your breath quickens, and your muscles are ready for action. This response was designed to protect your body in an emergency by preparing you to react quickly. But when the stress response keeps firing day after day, it could put your health at risk. So I want to stop right here and say the reason we're starting to talk about stress, and we're going to talk about it some more next week, but the reason why we're talking about that is because when you're being bullied by others, it causes a lot of stress on you. You know, you don't know, your mind is going through a lot. So your body is reacting to the stress that you're experiencing as a result of the treatment you're getting from others.
Yeah.
So you want to add something?
Yeah, and I did, and this is going to come up next, but I do want to say this very clearly. A certain level of stress is natural. That's just part of life. However, it is how we react to it and also the constancy of stress. If you're not able to process it in a healthy way and utilize tools to help you process it, then you are in constant stress. And constant stress causes a body that is in disorder or causes dis-ease in the body.
Yeah. That's good. Stress is a natural physical and mental reaction to life experiences. Everyone expresses stress from time to time. Anything from everyday responsibilities like work and family to serious life events such as a new diagnosis, war, or the death of a loved one can trigger stress. For immediate short-term situations, stress can be beneficial to your health. It can help you cope with potentially serious situations. Your body responds to stress by releasing hormones that increase your heart and breathing rates and ready your muscles to respond. Yet, if your stress response doesn't stop firing and these stress levels stay elevated far longer than is necessary for survival, it can take a toll on your health.
Yep.
Chronic stress can cause a variety of symptoms and affect your overall well being. Examine stress levels of the working age population, measuring participants' overall stress levels and symptoms. Depression was more common in people who reported higher levels of stress. You want to add something before I go on to the next part?
So, I know it said this a little bit, but specifically, long levels of stress can cause a lot of damage to your central nervous system, to your cardiovascular system, to your neurological system, or all of them together. It actually, we all have a fat lining over our nerves, not only in our body, but in our central nervous system, and also over the connections in our brain. With a lot of stress, it burns through that. So then your brain is constantly, your brain and body are in constant haywire, fight or flight, and it's unnecessary. And again, it causes disease over time. But have you ever seen a person have a heart attack just because they're stressed out? Like it's not even a big deal, but because they're in a constant state of stress and fear, it just takes their heart rate, that adrenaline kicks in, and then it's like that stress level goes way up, and then all of a sudden they're having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Because they live in a constant state of stress.
So what you were talking about covering the nerves, is that receptors,
Right.
protectors
Right.
over the nerves? Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like the plastic over the wire that you see going into the wall. You have that plastic over it to direct the energy in a certain way. If you don't have that plastic or that rubber over it, then the energy just goes all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. So treatment, I'll let you go ahead. Or you want me to?
Either one's fine. So treatment, reach out to a mental health professional. Both psychotherapy and medication can be effective treatments. Support groups, mindfulness techniques, and exercise may also help. There are many ways to improve your mood, such as reducing stress, enjoying nature, celebrating with friends, using mindfulness techniques. For more serious changes in mood that don't seem to go away, reach out to a mental health professional for help or call 988.
Yep. Good job.
Ways to manage and reduce your stress. Reducing the emotional symptoms of stress starts with reducing the sources of stress in your life. Amen to that. Lighten that bag up. Lighten that bag up. Come on, bag lady, dump some of that trash out of there. Dump it out there. The American Institute of Stress explains that while there are a variety of stress-reducing techniques, finding ones that work for you is important. Physical activities such as running, jogging, aerobics are a great way to physically relieve stress and tension. Another thing that I would suggest is swimming. Swimming is a great way of exercising, and it also helps reduce stress on your joints when you're exercising. So that's a great way to relax. Water is calming. Just being around water is calming. I know you know that personally.
Yep.
But being in water, it actually mimics being in the womb. So you're in the room, you're in the water, and you're floating and you're exercising, and you're getting out the stress, but you're not adding additional stress to the body. So,
that's good, and because it's working the whole body.
Right, exactly.
Swimming.
Yep. All right. Relaxing physical activities such as yoga or Tai Chi can help to work your body while relaxing your mind. Amen to that. yoga instructor, so I know well.
So, stop here for a minute. Tai Chi. You used to do Tai Chi.
I still do.
Huh?
I still do.
So, um, I don't know that much about Tai Chi. I mean, is it more movements with slow movements? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so in essence, it's like Chinese yoga. It's
Okay.
like you're standing the whole time. You're breathing as you're moving energy from one place to another. So again, it's yoga, but you're just standing and you have different names for poses and things of that nature. But it's the same concept. It's using the breath or prana or chi to move energy from one place to another. So the stressful energy, you move it out of your body and you bring in energy that is calming. Same thing with yoga.
Okay. So, which is better for you, or is it about the same? Because they're both uh, relieving stress and helping you move your body
Yeah, I'd say both are mutually beneficial.
and breathing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because they incorporate. I mean, because again, you got to think about it like this. A lot of times when we're stressed out, what do? We hold our breath.
Yeah.
Also, increases carbon monoxide being stuck in our cells. So the more that you're able to take deep breaths and then exhale and release the carbon dioxide, which in the carbon dioxide is the stress that you're holding in your cell walls. So when you exhale that out, then you actually allow your body to relax more. So I'd say both. I know that the American Association for Arthritis suggests Tai Chi for people who have issues with their knees and can't, maybe get on the floor and do downward dog and things of that nature. So you're standing as low as you can, core tight, spine straight. You take a deep inhale, you're moving energy from this side to the other. And you stay focused. You have a certain music that you're listening to as you do this, and it moves that energy from being something that's restrictive to something that's more freeing. And that's what we really need.
Okay. I know you do yoga the most, but which do you prefer? Is it yoga for you? Is
Um, it's yoga, but I do Tai Chi in my classes. Like I'll teach
Yeah.
a yoga class and then incorporate Tai Chi. But just because there's more to do, and I enjoy pushing myself with balance and flexibility, I get to go a little deeper with yoga practice.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to ask.
All right. Mindfulness techniques such as meditation can strengthen your emotional responses to stress. Absolutely, because you are consciously controlling your breath. You're also allowing yourself to see your thoughts and see your feelings, but not react. And when you're in a position where you actually get to be the observer as opposed to a person acting in the moment with the emotions and the thoughts, then you're in a position of power. Because when you're in it, you can't see anything else but what's going on. When you step back, you can see the whole scope. It's like, okay, yeah, that affects me this way, but you know what? I don't feel like being stressed out right now. I'm gonna see it, I'm gonna acknowledge it, and I'm gonna move over here to something that's more peaceful. And meditation gives you that, that
Okay.
ability to sit back and be the observer.
Thank you for that.
Oh yeah. All right. Reducing stress in different areas of your life when possible can help to lessen your exposure to chronic stressors. Mobile apps may calm your mind and offer guided conversations to help you manage stress and anxiety. Calmly is a great one. I love. They have great meditations. Uh, there's another two. I can't think of what they are right now. But Calmly helps a lot. I actually do guided meditations every morning with Calmly, just to kind of set my day in a certain way, certain tone.
That's good.
All right, I've been doing a lot of talking. Why don't you read something, man?
Okay. I'm learning. So I'm like all engaged because I'm learning. All right, finding the stress reducing techniques that work for you is an important step in decreasing emotional symptoms of stress. Over time, you may find that your resolve against stress becomes stronger and that your symptoms improve. However, if you find that you're having trouble managing the emotional aspects of everyday or chronic stress, it may be best to reach out to a mental health professional. Keep in mind that stress can also affect your physical health. It's important to get help to stay in your best shape emotionally and physically. Memory and concentration problems. If you find yourself having trouble with concentration and memory, stress may be a part of the problem. The stress response pathways in the brain and their effect on long-term memory. Researchers found that, wait a minute, the stress response pathways in the brain and their effect on long-term memory. Researchers found that certain hormones following a stressful or traumatic event can have the ability to impair memory. You want to add something?
No, I'm just agreeing.
Okay. There are many ways to improve your mood, such as reducing stress, enjoying nature while you're taking that walk to relieve some stress, celebrating with friends, using mindfulness techniques. Reducing the emotional symptoms of stress starts with reducing the sources of stress in your life. For more serious changes in mood that don't seem to go away, reach out to a mental health professional for help. Now, throughout this conversation, this discussion, we have talked and mentioned many times to get a mental health professional for help if you're unable to manage your stress, if you're unable to reduce your stress. And we gave tips on many ways to reduce stress and to, see that you're even going through stress. So improving your mental health is very important for your body, for your mind, for your brain. So, we have to think about how important is the thing that we're allowing us to stress us out about. Is it worth what we're experiencing? Is it worth that pain and agony? If not, then we have a choice to make.
Right.
To leave that, throw that away. It's trash. And then think of some ways to have a peaceful mind in the situation or with the situation. I don't want that. So how can I have peace?
Right.
What can I do to have peace? What can I do to alleviate the stress that I'm experiencing? Because I'm going to be sick if I don't change this situation. I can end up sick. So go ahead and add what you want to add.
Yeah, and I was going to say another question that you can ask in those situations is this situation worth giving up my personal power for?
Yeah.
When you allow yourself to be stressed out about something, especially that you don't have control over, then you're giving it your personal power.
Yeah.
So our response to things, we can't control what transpires outside of ourselves. However, we can control how we react or respond to those things.
Yeah.
So, these are the tools. Again, be able to step back, see it for what it is, and then step back, recognize who you are. Yeah, we control our actions. Exactly. We have control over our reaction. You can't control what happened, but you can control how you respond and how you react to it, and that's power.
Yep.
When you just You just gave all your power to that thing. Now it's like, well, I got to go back and figure out how I can reduce what I just did. But if you can just step back and be like, you know what? I didn't like that, but before I wild out, let me go back here and take a few breaths. Let me analyze and process, and then come back, and I can come back stronger with my power intact, my mind, my body, my spirit in alignment with one another. And I can do something that's going to be beneficial not only to me, but to the person who I'm entangled with in that situation, that energetic, emotional situation.
Yeah.
Entanglement. I said it. Leave Jada alone.
And so what Gene is responding to is what Mark, our producer, said. He heard a lady venting to her friend, and he just said maybe she needed to talk to whoever she was having a problem with. Because she was talking, venting about this person, what she was doing was talking negative about her, about that person. I don't know if it was a man or a woman they were talking about, but that is called verbal bullying. Okay, it was a man that she was talking about, but still, that's verbal bullying, because the person you're talking to, like I'm talking to Gene, and I'm talking to Gene about Mark, and I'm venting, I'm angry with Mark, so I'm talking to Gene about him. So what I'm actually doing is trying to control Gene's mind and his way of thinking about Mark by telling him all this negative stuff about Mark. And that is what verbal bullying is. So I always love
bullying as well.
No, the secondary bully would be Mark. Say, for example, I'm bullying you, and then Mark come around and he's scared of me, so he don't want me to bully him too, so he'll start bullying you.
Okay.
So that's what the secondary bully does. But it's crazy how you can, we can take, try to get, we are thinking one way, and so we're trying to control somebody else's mind to think exactly like we do about that person. And so that's why it's verbal bullying, because you're talking negatively, about the person's weight, their race, their culture, something negative about that person. And I want you to think negative about them too. So that's, bullying you with words, so I'm glad we got to tie that in. So y'all, we are at the end of another show, episode 51. We're doing it, y'all. We're doing it. And we just love being able to provide information and to have these conversations and discussions because it helps us, as well, So you want to say any last words before we end the show?
No, I actually really enjoy. I enjoy all shows.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed this one. I felt like this was something that is something that we can all we experience in everyday life.
Yes.
And to have those tools to walk through that everyday life journey and put yourself in a position of power, it is just a beautiful thing, because it's needed, man. Stress is a regular thing.
Yeah.
But how you react to it, how you allow yourself to go down, and if you allow yourself to be bogged down by it, then you'll eventually kill yourself.
Yeah.
Not only, maybe not even just physically, but mentally, emotionally.
Yeah.
But if you take those tools and utilize them well, use them with wisdom, then you come out even more powerful than you were before you went into the trauma. So recognize your power, be able to take that step back and observe these things from the standpoint of, I have the ability to control what I do.
Yeah.
I can't control what you say or do.
Yeah.
But I can control how I react to it.
Yeah.
And also how I allow people to act with me.
Right.
That's a big thing. I have control. I set the rules. I set the boundaries. If you circumnavigate them, you get to go to stage left.
And stay there.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a good day. Good day.
Mark said, "Can I go stage right?"
You go that way, bro. You good.
Just don't be standing before me where I have to look at you. Go that way or that way. I made a choice. You got to go. Period.
Don't
Either way
get. Don't get. Don't get. Get on out of here, boy. Better get down yonder.
Go on, get out of here.
Don't get. Don't get.
Hopefully, this information has helped you. We will see you next Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here, wherever you're watching us from. We will be right here again. Get down the path, which is 5 miles away. Yeah, that's good too, Mark. However, just get to getting. All right, y'all, take care. We send you peace. We send you love. And we say, bye for now. Be happy, be joyful. Love others the way you want to be loved. Love others and treat others the way you want to be treated. Be kind. That is real love. Where is the love? I just told you. Take care. Bye for now. See you next week.
Relation